we're live. Hey, what's up? It's a Wrestling Uncensored 389 pre-show.
It's good to be here.
What's up, big doggy? What's up, everybody? Get a chance for everybody to tune in. My hair's kind of terrible. I gotta shave my head. It's ridiculous.
You're not going back to the last year look?
Long hair, don't care look? No, I don't think so. I think I'm shaving my head again. It's too long. It's getting too long.
Too hot for you.
It's too hot! Ah! It's not hot!
It's not hot today.
It's not hot today. Ah! It's not hot. If you've never seen Hulk Hogan say, ah, it's not hot, look it up. Hogan, YouTube, just YouTube, Hulk Hogan, it's not hot.
I remember. I know.
Right? I mean, if you haven't seen that, you must see it. If you're a wrestling fan and you haven't seen Hulk Hogan, it's not hot, go check it out. I realize I'm saying this while we're on YouTube. We probably shouldn't direct people to other YouTube videos while they're watching us on YouTube.
Just save it in your playlist, I guess.
Yeah. Just watch this, and then after this, go watch the thing. So what's up, John?
What's up? Well, a lot's up right now, I guess.
Oh.
So, first, let's get the Pope movie out of the way that I saw this week.
The Pope Mobile?
The Pope movie.
The Pope movie. There's a movie about the Pope.
The current Pope.
The current Pope.
Pope Francis. Now, we talked about this off air. I know apparently you're very anti-Pope, so...
I never said I was anti-Pope. I think you said I was anti-Pope, and I just said, yeah, sure, I'm anti-Pope. I'm not anti-Pope or pro-Pope. I have no feelings on the Pope.
Okay, that's good, because I know some people disagree with the way he acts.
I don't really know much about the Pope.
Just that he's not like how the others were. Like, he tries to live more for the people than for himself.
What do you mean?
Well, in terms of like how he drives around, you know, they have like the Pope Mobile kind of thing.
Yeah.
He drives around like something more simple. He doesn't want to have like an extravagant lifestyle like the other popes.
So he's not. He doesn't have a Pope Mobile?
He does, but it's just not as fancy as the other ones.
Is it like bulletproof with the glass thing over top of it? You know, the whole deal?
He has that, but sometimes he just has like a regular van.
Is driving around in like a Sprinter van type deal? Okay. And I care why?
Well, maybe you don't like that. I don't know. Like, I don't know why you're anti-Pope exactly.
Well, you're the one saying I'm anti-Pope. I just told you I don't care one way or the other. I don't really know anything about the Pope. I'm not Catholic.
Right. Well, I thought maybe that was it,
because I'm not Catholic? No, I don't care. I don't like the way the Catholic, you know, the Vatican and the priests dealt with the pedophilia in their midst. Yep. I think that was poorly handled, and if, you know, I have any feelings toward the Pope, it would be like, man, you guys really slacked on those pedos. I mean, you guys really did not go after those guys as much as you should have. You know, when a guy is a pedophile and he's been accused of doing bad things to children, you shouldn't just move the priest from one, like, city to another and let him keep being a priest. That's my main beef with the Catholic Church. I don't know much about it, though. So, you know, I really, I got no real beef. It's just that, hey, the pedophilia stuff, not cool. Not cool.
He does address that, though.
He does?
Yeah.
In the movie?
In the movie, yeah.
This is a documentary?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Okay.
It was educational.
Was it good?
Yes and no. I think if you really like the Pope a lot, like, it's pretty much just the Pope on, like, a world tour, in a sense, where he's pretty much just traveling to all these different countries, continents, pretty much. It was kind of cool how he went to, like, the U.S. prisons and talked to the prisoners there, and, like, he washed their feet, and then he kissed their feet, too.
Uh-huh.
That actually gave me an idea for, like, a skit in wrestling, so that was actually kind of informative, in a sense. You know how I have that skit where I tell people to, you know, get down on their knees and kiss my feet?
Okay.
I could add on being like, oh, you don't want to kiss my feet? You think you're better than me? You think you're better than the Pope? The Pope would do that. The Pope would wash my feet. I could add that to the skit. That's pretty good.
I think you need a little more work on that, buddy.
Why?
I don't know, because it's weird. Because people will be like, whoa, what's he talking about the Pope for? D'Angelo Dinero?
Well, I guess Pope Francis. I guess I have to say that. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe some people wouldn't get that, perhaps.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird reference to be dropping in a wrestling match.
I think some people would get that, though.
I wouldn't.
Anyways, I thought...
I had no idea that the Pope went to prisons to wash and kiss the feet of grown men.
He's a great guy. Like, he cares about people. He cares about people that have done wrong in this world.
You want somebody to do that for you?
Not so much.
If you're in prison, an old man shows up wearing all sorts of robes, and he's like, I want to wash your feet and kiss them. You're going to let him do that?
No, I decline, but I appreciate the fact that he
I'm
cares
going to say,
about people.
hey, listen to me, buddy. You better get ready to wash my feet, because I'm about to stick it up your candy ass!
See, again, this anti-Pope stuff here.
No. I'm not anti-Pope. I'm anti-old man washing and kissing my feet. That's a weird move. It's a weird move for this guy to be like, I'm the head of a big religion. You know what I want to do? I want to go to a prison, wash guys' feet, and kiss them. It's a weird move. Like, I get, maybe it's like Christ-like. Maybe. Did he do that? Did Jesus do that?
Well, I think the main thing is, I guess, dignity. Showing that they've lost it, and he's trying to give it back to them. Now, I guess I understand.
Is that dignified? Like, is that giving somebody back their dignity? Washing and kissing their feet? I think it's weird. I think it's a weird thing to do. I wouldn't feel particularly dignified if I had a grown man, an old man, wearing robes, washing and kissing my feet. It's like, all right, you wash my feet, they're good. Whoa, what are you doing, man? What are you kissing my feet for? What kind of foot fetish do you have? What's going on here? It's a weird deal, okay? It's weird. You may be defending it. I don't know why exactly. I think it's a weird deal. And I'm sure people listening right now, people on YouTube, you're agreeing with me. A man, a grown man, I don't care if he's a pope, I don't care who he is. Any grown man who decides to go to a prison to wash dudes' feet and then kiss them, it's bizarre. To say the least, it's bizarre.
Well, I'm sure you just offended a lot of people now in the Catholic religion, but that's fine.
That's fine. I mean, you know, look, it's a fine religion. It's one of the oldest going. You know, go for it. It's fine. I'm not knocking anybody's religion. I'm knocking the head of a religion washing men's feet and then kissing them. I just find it bizarre behavior. How many dudes did he do this to?
I want to say it seemed like, you didn't see it all, but it seemed like he did pretty much most of them.
So like hundreds of dudes.
Very possibly.
He's kissing hundreds of feet.
Or very possibly, yeah.
Ugh.
Anyways.
Gross.
I'd recommend this if you're a fan of the Pope. You probably want to see this.
I'll tell you what, though. If he doesn't get any personal like enjoyment out of it, if he's not into feet and he doesn't like it, man, good on him for humbling himself. Because, like, imagine you had to do that. Ugh. John, your job for the day, you got to go to a prison and kiss guys' feet. Who wants to do that?
Well, I don't think he sees it as a job. Like,
but isn't it his job? His job is Pope. He's the Pope. No?
I don't think he actually has to do that, but he does it.
He just wanted to. He didn't have to. He wanted to.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay. My son, give me your feet. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to start doing impressions of the Pope and like...
Please don't. Please. Anyways, you probably don't want to see this movie. And if you're not a fan of the Pope, you probably don't want to see the movie. But if you're a fan of his, it's kind of educational.
I'm interested. I'm honestly interested. I'm more interested now than I was before. Because you've revealed, like in your little review, you've revealed such an odd piece of information that I kind of want to see the rest of the movie to know what else this weirdo guy is up to.
Well, we haven't even got to what he thinks about gays, so that's also very interesting.
Yeah, what does he think?
Well, you have to watch the movie. I can't give you everything.
Is he pro or anti?
It's kind of weird. Like, I feel like he's pro, but then he kind of contradicts himself right afterwards about how men should be with women, and like men aren't complete without women.
Unless we're doing foot play, and then anything goes.
I didn't get that part, so I don't know. I mean, you'd have to watch it yourself, but I know you probably never watched this movie, so it doesn't matter.
I might. If it's on TV, I'll check it out. I'm interested. I like a good documentary. Why not? I'm not saying he's a bad guy. He's probably a very good guy. But he seems like a strange guy to me. Any guy who voluntarily goes to a prison to do all that is a little... What else? What else in that movie? Anything else you take away from that?
Cares about the environment a lot.
Oh, he talked about the pedophiles.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Mainly just like what he thought about the priest doing this, and there's zero tolerance for this. And that...
Now.
Yeah. Well, now that's come to light, obviously. But he says he didn't know about it. So... that's his take on it. And the civil courts should severely punish the people who destroyed these children.
If they can catch them.
Right.
If they're not being hidden in Vatican City somewhere.
That was something that I thought was lacking a bit in the movie. Like, there's a lot of pro-Pope in the movie. Pretty much people that love him.
Yeah.
But the people that are against them, you don't hear much of that. You heard that comment about against the priest, but it's not really against the Pope. And I would have liked to hear more about that. And it's just more geared one-sided, I find, when you hear from other people besides the Pope in the movie.
Yeah, it's pro-Pope. It's a pro-Pope movie. It's a movie about the Pope. They're not going to be like, this guy is a real jerk. You should see what he does to the feet. He's a real weirdo. They're not going to be anti-Pope. It seems like it's probably made by the Vatican.
It's very possible, yeah, of course. But it just would have been nice to hear from other people.
See me pour my little Dunkin' Donuts. Blow a sponsorship from Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't, but okay.
Hey, listen, I'm Canadian and I love Dunkin' Donuts. It's my favorite. We had a little discussion about this before the show.
It's your favorite coffee, apparently.
It's nice. Very good. I like Dunkin' Donuts. I'm a big fan. Big shout out to my dad, who also loves Dunkin' Donuts. I went there this morning with my son, who's also my dad's grandson. I mean, can you believe that? It's crazy, right? It's crazy how this world works.
I'm glad you figured that one out.
I'm a smart guy. My dad watches the shows. He watches the YouTube shows.
I see him retweeted. I appreciate that.
Big shout out to him and my mom. My mom watches them too sometimes.
Sometimes.
Say hi to my mom, John.
Hey, Dave's mom.
Yeah.
Nice glasses she has.
It's a weird... Alright, let's move on. I don't even want to go there.
So you all go to the same Dunkin' Donuts store because there's only one left.
Mm-hmm.
You get the coffee and that's it?
And I enjoy the coffee. I got a little muffin, but I haven't eaten it yet.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I'll just say to you that I prefer Dunkin' Donuts to Tim Hortons. I don't like the Tim Hortons coffee. And you were shocked. You couldn't believe it, but you don't drink coffee, so what do you know?
Well, it's just the advertising say it's the best coffee in Canada, so...
Yeah, well, that's the ads for them. You're really, you're confused about messages these days and who's giving them. Like, the movie made about the Pope is pro-Pope, and you're like, oh, I can't believe it's so pro-Pope. The Tim Hortons ads say they make the best coffee, and you're like, man, they say it in the ad, it must be true. When the people, like, if I tell you, John, that I am the biggest, strongest, fastest man on earth, that's just me saying that. It's not true. I'm not Usain Bolt. And I'm not the Great Khali.
You are not.
So I'm not the biggest. I'm not the fastest. But I am the world's strongest man. That is true.
In your own mind, of course. Of course I
No.
believe that.
It's been proven. Mark Henry and I had a little strength test, and I crushed him. Smashed him. It's really embarrassing for him.
Well, given what we saw at the Greatest Royal Rumble, he can barely move anymore, so I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah. You got a wrestling book you want to talk about, too? What else you got here? What else you got going on?
We got this cool book in the mail this week. The first 25 years of Raw. And I must say, There's a lot in this book. Good gravy.
Well, it's 25 years worth of stuff, right?
I mean, everything that happened on Raw.
You gonna read it to us? Is it story time with Johnny?
Not everything, but there was just so much. Like, that's the first Raw, right?
Oh, Giant Gonzalez.
Giant Gonzalez, Ric Flair. Hold on. That was the
He's showing us
leaves WWE right there.
showing us pictures on the YouTube.
Yeah, podcast, too bad. You just have to watch the YouTube. What was cool, they talked about here, I didn't realize this, it was in 93, that Brett called out Hogan for a match.
In January 93.
I don't know if it was in January or... I think it was the lead up to the King of the Ring. But apparently that happened. And that got kind of erased from WWE history because the match never happened, so they never referenced it ever again, but that happened. So that was kind of cool.
I wonder why.
Well, because Hogan went to WCW, right?
No, but I wonder why Brett called him out for the match.
It was supposed to happen at SummerSlam. They had the bill. Apparently they had the poster and everything for it. But Hogan didn't want to do the job. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So...
And instead we got one of the best parts that ever happened, which was the Lex Express.
Oh, get the hell out of
I
here.
love that.
No, you don't. You
Yeah,
don't
I
really.
did. Man, that song was amazing back in the day. He was my hero.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
Well, you were a little dumb kid then.
Maybe I was, yeah.
Yeah. If you like Lex Luger, you were a little dumb kid.
By the way,
I didn't like Lex Luger when I was a kid.
The coin toss, too, that was an epic moment, by the way, in Raw history. Luger and Brett, amazing. Luger won that, by the way. He did.
Are you done? Taking this trip down memory lane here, just reading the book?
Well, we're only in 94 right now, so
yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Stop reading the book.
There's so much. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed, though, with Vince. Like, he writes the foreword here, and, like, well, someone wrote this for Vince. It's horrible.
Not even
Vince, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You're not even getting it on camera.
Hold on, you're not even getting it on camera.
There you go. There's the foreword. It's not very long.
It's not long, and it's just nothing. It's terrible. Horrible. Vince, disgraceful. One of the worst parts I've seen in WWE books.
So mad.
No, it was really bad. Like, come on, that's Vince talking about, like, the greatest show he ever made, and it's just like, well, this was a great show, and, man, there's so many superstars, and he just talks about, like, the Attitude Era, pretty much. Doesn't talk about, like, Brett or anything like that. What Brett did.
Yeah, Vince never talks about what Brett did. What are you talking about? Why would Vince ever give credit to Bret Hart? He never, ever, ever. When he talks about the greatest superstars in the history of the company, he'll talk about Austin, he'll talk about Triple H, he'll talk about The Rock. The Attitude Era guys. He never talks about Brett or Hogan. He doesn't even talk about Hogan.
There, when Brett and Vince got into a tussle on announcing commentary right there, that was amazing. 97. That's where this book really picks up. 97. Fantastic. You can just get lost in the memories right here.
I think you already have been lost in the memories. I think you're getting lost in the memories right now. We have a show to do here, John. Stop reading a book.
Anyways, if you like Raw, you like looking back on Raw, yeah, definitely get this book. It was fun. It's a fun read.
Oh, God.
I didn't smack you in the face. Don't worry. Like, you were worried I was going to smack you.
No, I wasn't. It was just like... you're getting so lost in the book. Hey, by the way, we're going to give the book away on Twitter, okay? We have this book. This thing, Raw 25. It's new, right?
Yeah.
Brand new. We're giving it away to one of you guys. We're going to figure out a way to do it on Twitter, and then we're going to give it away on Twitter. Boom. How about that? And then we'll ship it to you wherever you are.
One little thing.
And John's going to pay for shipping.
Yeah. Out of Zev's college fund. One little thing. I know you say, like, Kevin Owens, like, he's not a big star anymore, but he is on the back cover of this book.
So is Rikishi.
So is Rikishi, but very few superstars got on this whatsoever. The fact that Kevin's on this?
A bunch of superstars are on this.
Okay,
Batista's on it. Paige is on it. Dean Ambrose is on it.
Right.
That's Eve Torres. Eve Torres is on it. So, yeah, Kevin Owens is about as big as Eve Torres and Shelton Benjamin.
You have to realize this is...
The Godfather. Yeah, sure. You want to put him on the same level as The Godfather. Great. Good for KO.
You got to realize this is 25 years all time.
And they put Eve Torres in a spot, too.
Right.
And Dean Ambrose.
Because they had to put a certain amount of women on there. And Eve Torres made it. So that's it. But Kevin also made it from the new generation of superstars, which wasn't many, he made it. I think that's a big deal and shows you that he is a big star in WWE, regardless of what you think, apparently.
Am I anti-Kevin Owens now? What's going on?
Well, last week you did say, like, Kevin, it didn't seem like things were going well for him.
Things picked up this week, though.
They did.
Shall we?
We could. We can cut off, actually, the YouTube right now, because there's other things to discuss.
The other... What?
The 13 Reasons Why Season 2, we haven't even talked about that yet.
Did that come out?
It actually just came out today.
I've been watching a really good show on Netflix. I actually watched the whole series over the past few days.
What's that?
F is for Family.
It's a cartoon, no?
It's a cartoon.
Okay.
Starring Bill Burr. It's far more depressing than you might expect for a cartoon.
I've seen BoJack. That's pretty depressing.
Yeah, I've heard that BoJack show's very depressing. This one is pretty sad, too. It's funny. It's a good show. Make you laugh, make you cry.
That's not bad.
No, I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I watched the first season, second season, all this week. Got it all in a row. And now I'm like, alright, give me some more. And the way it ended, the second season, the way it ended, I was just like, oh my god. Like, things are going wrong, and then everything seems to be going right, and then something happens at the end, and you're like, oh, no. No. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Bill Burr is amazing. Bill Burr is excellent. He's one of my favorite comedians. A very funny guy.
I might check it out later.
He's got a good stand-up special on Netflix, too, Bill Burr.
Yeah?
You know him? You familiar?
Not really.
He's very good. He's a very funny guy. Very funny guy. All right. Can we talk wrestling now? Can we do this thing?
We could, yes.
Yeah! Okay, YouTube pre-show. We'll see you later. Don't forget to listen to episode 2 of What's Phantom in Japan. Myself and the Green Phantom. The second episode of our New Japan Pro Wrestling podcast is available right now on our YouTube channel. You can go check it out. It's available at WrestlingUncensored.net. It's up there. Go listen to it. It's brand new. Came out this week. Episode 2 of our monthly podcast with the world-famous Green Phantom. It's pretty good. I mean, we're beefing up the roster here.
It's a crazy week this week. When you think about it.
I mean, you think about the Wrestling Uncensored Ringside Report Radio roster that we have going right now. Me at the center of the whole deal. You, big man over here. Big man Green Phantom.
Stop with the touching, damn it.
No, never.
Stop.
Big man Green Phantom. We got Jiu-Jitsu expert world champion Anthony D'Alessio. You know he's a world champion?
Now I know, apparently.
He was a world champion at purple belt. He's a brown belt now.
Cool.
And then we have Fred, who is just a savage in himself. So, I mean, you think about the roster of guys that we have. I think we might do Wrestling Uncensored Ringside Report A Mania, where we have everybody there at once. Me, you, Phantom, Anthony, Fred, the whole crew, all the people, the millions, and millions of the Rock's fans, and the hundreds of our fans, converging.
I think you'll realize it's putting like a bunch of elements together, and they don't really mix that well.
Why not?
It's just my opinion. That's
What do you
I
mean
think.
they don't mix that well?
I think there's a lot of different attitudes and personalities, egos, and yours.
I'm the one who mixes with everybody. I'm the only one that mixes well because I do shows with everybody. I'm the only point in the middle that everybody revolves around.
I'm just telling you, I think you mix well individually with others, but all together, I think that could be...
You think you're all going to turn on me?
I think it could be a lot of problems. That's just my opinion. That's it.
You and Green Phantom were tag team champions together.
Yeah,
so obviously there's no problems between you and Phantom. Unless there's something I don't know about.
Well, we've had a couple matches. And,
You have had matches and they've been pretty rough.
Yeah. So...
Beef?
I wouldn't say there's beef, but... You know, I don't think we were too friendly last time we saw each other.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the way it is, you know? It happens.
He seemed to have good things to say about you.
I have good things to say about him too, but I'm just saying, like, if we're in the same room together, who's to say the room's not going to be torn apart? Like, it happens.
Well, Anthony will just take care of all you guys. AJ, taking care of business.
So now you're saying the name's okay now? Like he's actually AJ? Like,
I'm giving it to him.
Wow, you caved in.
Yeah,
Tapped out.
a little bit.
Wow, things have changed.
Yeah, things are changing. Things are always changing. All right, let's change into this wrestling thing. I'm going to change out of my jacket here. We'll get the business.
All right, yeah.
All right, then. See you, YouTube. Yeah!